everyone, I'm Angie Kellen and we're here at CES 2023 in Las Vegas. I'm at the VESA Demo Suite and joining me from VESA is Jim Cho. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Let's start off by explaining what VESA is as an organization.
VESA is the Video Electronic Standards Association, which is a trade organization that develops video electronic standards like DisplayPort, ClearMR, Adaptive Sync, etc. It's over 300 companies in the technology industry that develop video standards for sources, for syncs, displays, cables, etc.
And what is your role there?
I'm the compliance program manager, so my main role is to manage the compliance test labs, the compliance test specification development, and the certification and logo testing that we do for certification of all the VESA developed products.
Wonderful. So let's start off. What do we have here?
We're looking at the world's first DisplayPort 2.1 interoperability and gaming demo using the latest AMD GPU and the Samsung 8K 240Hz display. Additionally, we're showing performance of 13.5 gigabits per second between the source and the sync through a DP80 cable. So 4 lanes, 13.5 gig gives you 54 gigabits total throughput. So additionally to the interoperability demonstration, it's the first commercially available DisplayPort 2.1 demo. One of the 3 speeds that was introduced in DisplayPort 2.1. So you had 10 gigabits per second per lane, 13.5 gigabits per second per lane, and 20 gigabits per second per lane.
So Jim, what's VESA's role in this gaming demo?
VESA writes all the compliance test specifications, all the standards. It's a consortium of technology companies that develop the specifications to make end-to-end interoperability possible for new interface standards. We create the compliance test programs that certify these devices to ensure that end users have a good interoperability experience. So if you buy a system like this that has a certified GPU in it, a display like this that's certified by VESA through test labs or self-testers, and cables, DP40 or DP80 certified cables, then the end user just plugs it in and it will work.
Jim, you mentioned that this is the first gaming demo with DisplayPort 2.1 certified products. So how does this DisplayPort 2.1 compare with the previous generation specs?
DisplayPort 2.1 has been in the works for a couple years now, and it introduced 3 new data rates, 10 gigabits per second per lane, 13.5 gigabits per second per lane, and 20 gigabits per second per lane, in addition to many other new improvements and features over the previous version, DisplayPort 2.0, and then before that, DisplayPort 1.4. But the key improvements for DisplayPort 2.1 are the new data rates and new bit encoding to make it more efficient, which allows you to drive 8K 2K 240Hz through a single cable.
Jim, how do you get new hardware for a new spec to work?
That's a good question. It takes a lot of work from all the member companies. We have events like plug tests where we get a bunch of people together with all these new products and you run around and you test stuff, you plug it in, you make sure it works, and then you do the same thing with end products. They submit them to test labs. Test labs go through a very rigorous set of testing requirements and standards testing with equipment and other interoperable products to verify that these things work when they're hitting the market and the end user tries to plug them all together themselves.
Well, CES is over, and we all learned how exciting standards can be. So thanks to VESA, we look forward to all the innovations coming out this year and what they're going to bring to CES next year. See you next time.